afternoon, guys. Well, probably good evening when you'll be watching this. And welcome to another episode of the George and Jonezy's FPL Breakdown Show. As you can see, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Georgie Boy. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Good to be back on the podcast. How are you doing?
Yeah, all too good. All good, mate. Glad the kids are back at school. We're freaking out in the day, which is a lot better.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, first of all, apologies. Obviously, last couple of weeks we haven't been able to bring you a show or a recording just to issues that we've had going on. But we are back now and we're ready to go for the next run of fixtures up till well, New Year, really, isn't it? We'll get cracking. Now there's a little international break coming up, but we'll still be around. So, mate, should we kick things off with last week? Interesting week, really, for results and that, especially with FPL with the transfers in and out.
Yeah, mate. I picked Victor Gyökeres in game week 1, and I was like, no, he's got to score. He's got to score. He's got to score. And then he scored, and then he got injured. So I was like, well, that's a bit pointless now. But we'll come into talking about Victor Gyökeres later in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously last week we had some good results. Like from an FPL point of view, obviously you had Haaland grabbing double points again as always.
Yes.
Obviously my boy Danny Welbeck scored again. He ain't stopped scoring since I picked him.
Oh, well.
But I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to get rid of him this week. Oh no, he's got Leeds. I'll wait till next week, and then he scored. I was like, oh, maybe. But yeah, I think the problem I keep having is I don't follow my gut instinct, and then I think, oh no, I'll just keep Saka as captain. And what's annoyed me is because I had it in my head, oh, I'm going to captain Gabriel.
Yeah.
And I didn't, so that was my fault. But yeah, how did you do last week?
Not too bad. The Saturday wasn't the greatest. Sunday I picked up a lot more points. I captained Haaland, so that helped out. I kept Gyökeres in. I actually brought in Mateta as well this week. So all three of my strikers got me some good points.
Yeah.
I took a couple of players out, obviously, because I've been outed for having Spurs players in, so I don't want that happening again. So they're officially gone.
Who did you have?
I had Van der Ven and I had Kudus, but I took them out, and then he goes and scores 2 goals, didn't he? So, and this was we were talking about a couple of weeks ago.
Van der Ven scored the best goal ever in football history, didn't he? Apparently, so I've heard.
Apparently, he's the new Lionel Messi. He's the second.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how far that leads him in. They'll probably bring out a DVD of his performance.
Yeah, I've heard he's doing it already.
Yeah, I'm on the print already. But no, let's have a look at the top transfers in for last week. So I'll let you know, mate. Mateta was top of the list.
Yeah,
along with Declan Rice, Moises Caicedo, Gabriel, and Brian Mbemo.
So don't talk to me about him.
Yeah, I know. I brought him in as well.
Brought him in and done nothing. Absolutely. But I will say, Caicedo did get me 10 points, so I was happy with that.
Yeah. Nice. Any other surprises in there with that? Any other players you would have saw coming in, maybe?
No. I'm surprised Welbeck's not higher, if I'm honest. I know we were just talking about him, but you think he scored I think it's something like over 30 points in the last few game weeks already.
Yeah.
And he was only 6.3, so if you wanted a kind of a budget enabler for a striker, there isn't much. Like, you take away Haaland and Gyökeres, you're then going into options of I always get his name, Watermada or something, or Boom, German in the tune, as they keep singing. Watkins, which is an interesting one. We'll come to Watkins in a bit, and then you're going down to people like Thiago, Krupi Jr. and Danny Welbeck. So I don't know, maybe could you put Jared Bowen into that conversation now that Nuno's there and they seem to have turned it around? I don't think so yet.
No.
So yeah, it's I'm surprised that the Welbeck's not higher than he probably should be, really. I don't think he's ever really got the respect he deserves, or just generally, you know what I mean? He's been such a great player for the last 20 years, but I don't think people have really Like, he scored some big goals for us, mate. You know what I mean? Like, and
Goal against Leicester.
yeah, not United out of the cup. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
So yeah, so with that, I would probably say that. If only there was a player called Own Goal, then City would be alright because he's the only other one who scores apart from Haaland.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think that kind of answers it. So I did actually go before. I did bring in Munoz.
Yeah, I've had him since day one.
For Tarkowski.
Mm.
And then when it was 1-0 Everton, I thought, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this. And then Granit, I don't think I've celebrated a goal as, I think Tash was like, that's Sunderland. I went, yeah, but it's FPL. I would have been so annoyed. That would have just topped my weekend up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, yeah, was there any surprises for you?
Not really, mate. I thought Mateta might get most transferred in. Like you say, mate, with the striking options, Isaac isn't really doing anything.
I forgot about him, so
yeah, that's the problem.
Irrelevant.
So, like you say, you go into that category of the next, who's the better ones next down there, and to me, it's Mateta, it's Watermade, João Pedro's come off it a bit now, hasn't he? For Chelsea, I know he scored against the Spuds, but you know, he's other than that, he had another shot in target in what was it?
The problem with Watermade is that I don't think Newcastle play
to his strength.
So while you've got Sandro, Bruno Guimaraes, and I've forgotten the other one's name. Joe Linton. Joe Linton. They're not really them. I wouldn't say they're as creative as say probably someone like a Jacob Ramsey or Murphy that could feed Watermade. He'll get he'll get into positions and stuff like so. But from an FPL point of view, I'm not as sure.
Yeah. No, they got Galplat as well feeding him, so that doesn't fill you with much confidence. So
no. So I think it's a difficult one with him. Would I say I think if you're trying to get rid of a striker, I think you've got two out and out options in obviously Mateta. But I'm going to put it out there. I think the other one's Thiago. Like he's number nine for Brentford.
Yeah,
he's getting opportunities. He's got some decent points. He's price wise, he's okay as well. It's definitely an option. Spoiler: I need to get So it looks like Victor Gyökeres is injured.
Yeah.
So I am probably going to have to get rid of him. So I am looking to bring striker in.
Oh, I'm going to bench him this week. And I'll tell you why when we go into it. So let's have a look at the top transfers out.
Yeah.
So these were the most players that were kicked out of the squad. So number one, we have Mohamed Kudus. Number two was Reindeers, whatever you want to call him. I'll say Reindeers because
Reindeers.
Number three is Victor Gyökeres. Number four is Watermade. And fifth is Etikike. I can never say his name. Wherever it bloody is. Hugo from Liverpool. Hugo Ekitike.
Ekitike.
I'll say his first name first, then I can say it. But yeah, so they were the five transferred out this week. People will probably be sitting there thinking, why did I get rid of Gyökeres? I know he scored a goal, but then he was subbed. But it's still vital points, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, so obviously he still got 6 or 7 points. And I think as people will know by now, we are mad Arsenal fans. I think that was the best first half I've seen Victor Gyökeres have.
Yeah.
For us, obviously he got the goal. I think personally, if he stayed on in the second half, I reckon he would have got another one. So I think that's what affected our momentum, really.
Yeah.
Because we don't like conceding goals, obviously, at the minute. So the job was kind of done. It's such a hard one, Victor Gyökeres, because I've had him for the whole time, and I think he's one of my favourite players. But we might as well go into him now while we're talking about him, mate. It's hard because if he's done his hamstring, that's normally a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then, so obviously he's not there for Sunderland, I wouldn't have thought. Unless Arteta's proper mugged us all off again.
Yeah,
proper. But I wouldn't be surprised. But So the option you really have is you drop him to the bench if you've got other players in your squad that can just come in maybe for this week.
Yeah.
See, my problem is at the minute, if I get rid of Gyökeres, I already know who I'm bringing in. It'll be Mateta.
Yeah.
So it's, do I risk Mateta, not getting Mateta and he scores a couple or something against Brighton?
Mm.
Or do I just leave Gyökeres on the bench hoping he'll come back? But because then you got to think of the games we've got afterwards as well.
Yeah.
So we've got,
Spurs.
after the international break, we've got Tottenham.
Yeah.
I think it's Tottenham and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he won't score against them because everyone scores against Spurs. But
Yeah.
it's a hard one. It's from an FPL point of view, do you stay standing or do you? Because I suppose you could always bring him back if you really wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally going to just put him on the bench. Because I'm going to, and this is going to sound really controversial, I'm going to bring Xhaka into the midfield because I've only got a 3-man midfield. And I know they're playing us and stuff like that. But
yeah, but you could get DEFCON for him, couldn't you?
Exactly, yeah. So I'm thinking that way. So for me, I'm okay because I still have Mateta and I still have Haaland up front. And I'm expecting them players to still get me some points while Gyökeres is injured. I honestly feel he'll be back after the international break anyways. And like you say, mate, I think the Spurs game is where Gyökeres might proper announce himself to this league. I think he needs a game like Spurs for him to burst onto that scene. And I don't think there's a better way. If you play for Arsenal, what's a better way to really get the fans behind you and it's scoring a hat trick or even a double hat trick? Lovely against Spurs. Do you know what I mean? And the confidence I think that will breed into him will go a long way. But like I say, mate, it's you never know, dear, with FPL.
Well, what I will say is if you've got a spare transfer and you have the money, and you only have 2 Arsenal assets, jump on Don Mikel Merino.
Yeah, good shout.
Just because you get the midfield points for him playing as a centre forward.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be playing up front on Saturday. And then if Gyökeres isn't fit, Merino is at number 9.
Yeah.
As we saw last night.
I should have done that.
It's not good enough for me because I've got 3 Arsenal assets, so I'd have to sell Gyökeres to bring.
Yeah, I've got 3.
I don't know. It might be a one. I think. Do you know what? -4 it. If Merino gets a double, it pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you never know. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. Obviously, you were saying about Pedro. I think that was his first shot in 6 games.
Yeah,
and he scored.
He should have had a couple of goals, to be fair, that game.
Yeah, he should have. They should have been 4-0 up.
Yeah, he should have, definitely. But he's a strange one at the moment. I had him in at the start, got rid of him, brought him back, got rid of him. He's not coming back again.
No, I'm
That's
not
it.
going near him. Yeah. And with Ekatike, it's a difficult one because obviously Liverpool are back now because they won last night after 1 game.
Yeah. They beat Real Madrid, but I'm sure another team did that last year.
Yeah, so, no, but it didn't count because it was set pieces.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
So, but I would not touch a Liverpool asset attacking wise until at least game week 12.
Yeah.
Because that's when they've got a bunch of easy games. But it's hard because if you bring, and I understand why loads of people are getting rid of Hugo Ekatike, is because at the minute he's doing well, but when Isak's back from injury, he'll get dropped again.
Yeah.
So it's like if you knew he was playing week in week out, he'd probably be a set and forget. Hugo Ekatike because he's not the worst striker in the world, but he's better than Darwin Núñez, isn't he? But that's not hard. What we'll do is obviously we'll look forward to some of the fixtures this week and see if there's any names that jump out for us.
Yeah, just before I do that, I'm just going to quickly run through the whole team of the week, so just everyone knows who's got the points. That's all right. So Leno was the top goalie with 7 points. This was the team of the week. Gabriel was in there with 12. Mark Gahey, who got 10. Robertson got 8. Gomez for Brighton got 16. Good points from midfielder there.
That is someone actually that
It's a good shout there.
I'm looking at is Diego Gomez, because
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually that much money. I don't actually know how much he is, but he's. I think the problem with him is he's not consistently getting you points, but when he does get points, he massively hauls.
Yeah.
So I think it's between him and Minter, not Mint.
Minter,
I wouldn't say Minty, but he's at EastEnders, so
he's with Gary. You got Sessegnon, who's got 14 points. Fulham guy. Rice, 13 points. Casemiro.
back to back double hauls.
Leave football before football leaves you. Gavin Birch got 11. Haaland with 13 and João Pedro with 9. So that was the team of the week for last week, mate.
Who did they captain?
They don't captain it in this for some reason.
Oh, did they not? Okay.
No, so they just go through who's got the most
Interesting. They had quite a few options there. They could have captained, really.
Yeah. So on to the fixtures then, mate. And we kick things off, obviously, Saturday, 12:30 kickoff, Spurs versus United. That's obviously a big game there for a relegation battle. But who do you feel comes out on top there, mate? Because Spurs ain't pretty good at home, are they? They're not really. They're walking off the pitch, but
yeah. Obviously, it's a replay of the best ever Europa League final I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that's wasn't
it? It was that good. It sent me blind. Like so. Yeah. So, but what I will say is that defensively, let's not talk about the Champions League, because the caliber of opponents that they've played have not been the highest, really. But we'll credit where it's due. They've won the game, so they don't really care. But I do think Tottenham's defence can be got at a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think people like Brian and Burmo and Cunha, maybe even Bruno Fernandes, as they sound FIFA. Could get at them, but then I don't think both teams are defensively that stout. Like, obviously they've got Kudos and I forgot the other one's name.
What, on the wing?
Yeah.
Xavi Simons.
Yeah, that's it. So he's been getting a lot of crap from Tottenham fans himself. Yeah. So I think he might have a point to prove. So I think it'll be a draw, personally. But it's one of those that it could be a really high scoring game or just like a 1-1.
Boring, yeah. You never know with them two teams there. It's an interesting shout. We've got only 2 3:00 kickoffs on Saturday. We've got Everton and Fulham, West Ham and Burnley.
That's an interesting. West Ham Burnley for me is an interesting thing. The reason I'm saying that is because I reckon there would have been a few fat FPL managers planning a bench boost when West Ham were quite bad.
Yeah.
With the cheap options of, say, Dubravka and your Burnley options. Yeah. But now I think you don't go near that, because I think West Ham could, after getting that win at Newcastle, could start to do quite well. Like even Diouf, the wing back, might even be an option, because I know he's quite cheap. And like we were saying about Jared Bowen, mate, like their vocal point is Jared Bowen. And they've got obviously Lucas Paqueta. Burnley, they didn't look that bad. It's hard to say when they played us, because we dominate possession-wise so many times. Are they that bad? Or are we that good? I don't know, but I don't think they look like a better Burnley than I've seen previous years.
Yeah.
And then we have, what is it, Fulham Everton?
We have Everton Fulham, yes.
So that I think David Moyes is under a little bit of pressure, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the David Dickinson Stadium, isn't it? So Fulham have been all right, to be fair. They haven't been too bad, have they? They're quite
you know what you're getting with Fulham, don't you?
Yeah, Silver's teams are quite hard to break down, and Everton are a funny team, aren't they? The 1 minute they can be really good, or they're playing well, and the next minute they're just dreadful.
Awful.
I mean, against Spurs, they were absolutely dire.
Yeah.
Not Eric,
But
but
then, then when they played Liverpool, they looked all right. So
yeah, exactly. So I think
I
they're a team that likes to play the occasion more than anything. So
yeah,
if it's
and I
not
think
Liverpool,
yeah, and I think Fulham are like I think the problem Fulham have is that they don't have a proper centred forward. So I would say they've got Rodrigo Munez, but on
been
the
injured.
knees, but he's injured quite a bit. Then they've got Raul Jimenez, like he's always injured. So you know what I mean. So they've got players that can hurt Everton. Like they've got Josh King, not that one, different one. I thought that when they said he's only a teenager, I thought, what's he gone back in like 10 years?
I thought when I first heard it, I thought it was the old Bournemouth one, but it's not.
Yeah. So, and then obviously we know what people like Iwobi can do and Harry Wilson. So, and now Sessegnon. Yeah, I think Smith Rowe ain't even getting in the team, mate. So
no, it's strange what's going on with Smith.
everyone was telling me we shouldn't have sold him, but
yeah, there was
what do I know?
What do we? Yeah, what do we know, eh?
Why sell Smith Rowe for a Bertrez? I don't know.
And then next up, obviously, there's us, mate. Sunderland, away to Sunderland. Obviously, could be some points there. It's going to be a tough game, no matter what, is it? So it's hard to call. Sunderland are flying, and it's a 5:30 kickoff. The banners are out. The flags are going to be out. They're going to be up for it. We all know which player for Sunderland is going to be up for it as well. It's going to be a tough game. Like, really is going to be a tough game. I mean, I know we've had Champions League. We've been away to Prague this week. It was a good performance yesterday night, or last night, sorry. But I just feel these games, I'm glad it's a 5:30. We've got a little bit extra rest time. I just feel because the game against, who was it, Palace, we looked really leggy after that Atletico Madrid game. I just feel this little bit later kickoff might help us out here, especially with them going to be so up for it. What's your thoughts, mate, on the game? You feel it's going to be obviously it's a tough game, but is there any players in there? Do you kind of stay away from Arsenal players when it is tough? Do you prefer them in?
No, I always know. I always expect the Arsenal players to deliver. So whatever way you look at it, Gabriel's going to deliver. Whether it's DEFCON, now he started learning how to set up goals as well now, so it's a bonus. I do agree. I think the difference between the Atletico game and Slavia Prague last night is that it was a little bit more rotated.
Yeah.
So obviously against Atleti, we're playing our first 11 for most of that game. Let's be honest. 100%. It only gets taken out. They only do the changes when Gyökeres turns the game on its head.
Yeah.
Where last night there was time for people like Wanyeri and Cappy to get minutes, which once again I thought he played really well actually in Cappy. So that means people like Calafiori, Timber got a bit of a rest. Zubimendi will hopefully, he should be back on Saturday because it was only a suspension.
Yeah.
But Norgard was no mug there, so I thought he'd done well. So I just think everyone goes on about all the signings we've done this season, but Zubimendi for me is the one that tops that because it's just, it is not going to be easy if I'm honest. Like it could be the first time we can see the goal, to be honest. But I still think we can win.
Yeah.
But I think Mikel Arteta knows going into it, like we're one game away from having a bit of a sort of a break.
Yeah.
Into a national break. Because potentially, if you believe what the media says, we could be getting Gyökeres, Martinelli, Havertz, Madueke, Erdegaard all back for Spurs.
Yeah.
And this is where I think Arsenal going into the Christmas period are a different animal.
Yeah.
Because we've just got half a team coming back from injuries, so they can be rotated again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, just with regards to like FPL, mate, when all them players are back and stuff like that, it's like it's hard to pick because you can only have 3. It's hard to pick which of these players you want in your team. Because I think if we all sit here and us Arsenal boys, if we're honest, we have at least 6 Arsenal players in that squad, wouldn't we? It'd be literally the back 4 and the goalie, and Gyökeres and maybe Saka in there as well. And there's your 6 or 7. Do you know what I mean?
If everyone's fit, my top 3 Arsenal assets would be Gabriel, Timber, and Saka, I think.
Yeah, I've got Gabriel and Timber, and I've got Gyökeres in at the moment. But
I just think like if everyone's fit, like, but then like the Saka option, could that be because he could play like 50, 60 minutes and Madueke or Eze comes in, so it's a hard one. But on the game, I think like obviously you've got to watch what Sunderland do. Obviously you've got Xhaka wanting to prove a point. You've got Alderete, the fullback, and
what'd you say his name? Isidore up front, whatever his name is.
Isidore, so
he's doing all right, to be fair.
I just think Sunderland away on paper you think that should be done, but now it's just one of those games. You get the win, you move on from it.
That's it.
And then you just go into that international break.
Yeah. Let's have a look at a few more because otherwise people will be sitting there thinking this ain't an Arsenal show. We actually got an 8 o'clock kick-off as well Saturday. Poor Wolves fans travelling all the way down to the dive, which is Chelsea at Stamford Beach, and that's an 8 o'clock kick-off. I can't see nothing there, but obviously if you've got Chelsea players, they're going to get you some points, mate. Obviously Caicedo is the one that stands out for me FPL wise. Anybody else you would maybe Chelsea wise you would bring in? Pedro maybe to get some more points this week?
No.
Don't
go near Pedro. He'll lure you in.
Yeah, security, isn't it?
I actually don't think it would be as easy as everyone thinks.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Because you've got to think Pereira's just been sacked.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know. I'm not saying Chelsea won't win easily, but I don't think it'll be like. And you've got to think they only just beat Wolves in the cup.
That was.
So that might be like I still think Chelsea will win, and I think Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are probably your 2 that you go for. But I don't know. Wolves ain't got a manager yet, have they? I know Gary O'Neill's been linked, but
no. I heard Mick McCarthy's having an interview, but I don't know. No, I don't know, mate.
Jones as well.
So we move on to the Sunday, mate. We have Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. The 2 o'clock kickoff is the first one up here. I know you wanted to touch on a bit about Ollie Watkins, mate.
Yeah, Aston Villa are really frustrating from an FPL point of view because, like, after this Bournemouth game, they've got a handful of games that you think they're green arrow games. Like they should be winning those ones.
Yeah.
And I think Ollie Watkins would be the main forefront, him and Morgan Rogers for that. So what I mean is if you have the money to go Ollie Watkins, I wouldn't do it this week, but from next week, after the international break, I would look at it. The problem with Villa, though, is like we were just saying about Fulham. About Everton. They're a bit like Everton. Like 1 minute they can be alright. They beat Man City.
Yeah.
And then they're awful against Liverpool and other teams. But it's the Unai Emery effect. People are telling me he's better than Arteta. Yeah. Okay. Then you've got the best goalkeeper in the world. That's not the best goalkeeper in the world. And then Bournemouth. I think they're doing really well, mate. Like,
I enjoy watching Bournemouth, to be honest.
Yeah, I do.
Semenyo is proper good. Like I love that guy. Love to see him get a move. Obviously, no guessing where to next year. But not even just that. Just through the whole team, mate. They seem very well.
You got Senesi. He's a DEFCON monster, isn't he? Really.
I brought him in thanks to you. You gave me that.
I even played him against Man City.
Yeah.
And he got me like 4 or 5 points.
Yeah, there you go.
So, you know what I mean? They conceded like a couple. And then they've got Proof.
started to hit as well. Hits on form. Justin Kluivert. That's say Patrick then.
Yeah.
But no,
and they've got Croupy Junior as well.
Yes.
If you want to, I think he's a really, really, really interesting one because
he is.
4.5 million striker.
Get him in, even if he's on that bench and you get
because you're still because if you're going down the route of playing 4-4-2, if you have the luxury of playing 3 strikers, then you're very lucky. But it means you can strengthen up your midfield. So, say if Cole Palmer did, when he is back eventually, and you wanted to bring him in, the only way you really do that is by bringing Croupy Junior in for say Mateta or Gyökeres. But I think Bournemouth are a good side. Semenyo's been a bit quiet, I would say, the last couple of games. So
he has. I think keep your eye on that.
Yeah.
Right, let's run through a few other fixtures here. Just touch on a few. Brentford versus Newcastle. Obviously, you picked out Igor to get a few goals. Is it? Oh, sorry, Thiago. Which one plays for Brentford?
It's Thiago, but I think Igor's his first name.
Yeah, there you go. He's to add there. Obviously, Newcastle, Walter Made. Palace Brighton, interesting one, mate. Obviously, Palace is a I don't know how that's a derby, but it is a derby. And obviously, you would say Mateta is definitely be up for that, and all of Palace.
So it's quite interesting. So I have Henderson, Munoz, and Welbeck in that game. So
I've got Mateta, Gay, and Munoz all for Palace. In that game.
So Brighton again, on their day, can beat teams quite convincingly, but then not turn up for some of them. So it's they've got some really good players. They've got I'm a Belieber, or whatever his name is. So Danny Welbeck. They've got obviously Gomez, like we've mentioned earlier, and Minty. I'm going to just call him Minty from now on.
Might as well.
So to be honest, I can't really. It's going to be hard to call that game, but
it will be.
Because Palace after a Thursday Europa Conference League match as well.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I would say about your Palace assets. Just watch
them because
that's why sometimes it's good to go early if you're trying to avoid the price rise. But if there's a player that you're going for that you know is not going to rise, just wait until after all the European games, because the amount of times it happens and you get burnt with it.
Yeah, true. Next up, we've got Forest and Leeds.
That's a good game. I think that might be when Forest might get their first win, to be honest.
Yeah, it could be.
They should have beat Man United, really.
I don't think most of us sitting here have got any Forest or Leeds. If you are watching, then do feel free to correct us and let us know if you have got any.
The only one potentially is that Antonio Stash.
Yeah.
But it's people only have him because he's cheap.
Or Gibbs White, maybe a few people like Gibbs White.
Or Joe Rodon, because he's that 4 million defender.
Yeah. And then obviously the last game to round off the weekend, mate, is City versus Liverpool. Haaland, obviously, in there. I honestly feel, and I don't want to give too much away here because obviously I do predictions on the Cannon and Jonesy. I honestly feel City will thump them. I don't know if you feel different, mate, or you kind of on the same. I don't know. I just feel, I know City ain't been great, and you stop Haaland, you stop City, but I just feel like Liverpool's defence is there for a battering this weekend. I mean, what's your thoughts, mate?
I'm captaining Erling Haaland.
There you go, then. So you're along the same as me,
then. This is a bit of advice. If I had my triple captain, I'd be so tempted to do it this weekend. I just think defensively they're awful. They are awful. There's no other way. And Haaland, I think, will eat them up for breakfast. What I'm doing, I'm trying to do this so then it goes either the complete wrong way.
Yeah.
And then it helps Arsenal in the title race. But it'd be interesting. The only way Liverpool compete and potentially get something out of it is simple. Mo Salah needs to turn up.
Yeah.
They need people like Mohamed Salah, Szoboszlai. Who's the other one?
I don't know. They've got this £100 million midfielder as well. That's
it. Sorry, Florian Wirtz.
he's that good. You forget his name. He needs to
Reminds
show
me
up.
of a really expensive Christian Norgard.
Yeah, reminds me of a really expensive John Cena because you never see him. But Isaac
No, I
still
like
out,
John
isn't he, as
Cena.
well? Yeah, true. Is that still out? Is he? He's
I
still out.
think so. And then Ekatike. So you know what I mean? They have to, and Kirkes, and then so they have to. Them, but their big players have to
Show up.
show up. Really, that's the only way. To be honest, and Raymond Cherky for City set up. I think he looked alright last week. Like started to pull the strings in midfield. So
he had that injury. Now he's back.
Obviously, I think they're in the Are they in the Champions League tonight, or was that last night? Did they play?
Yes, tonight they're playing.
Yeah. So obviously, watch that as well.
Yeah.
I think it'll be high scoring because City. Like I'm not like we've said it at the start of the season, mate. When we've done shows, problem with Liverpool is they couldn't defend, but we thought most of the time they would bail themselves out with scoring, like from their attack.
Yeah.
So, like, let's not get it twisted. Let's just remember, like, the top teams go through really bad runs of form.
Yeah.
Liverpool are not going to do that forever.
No.
So, I don't know. That Real Madrid result last night, annoyingly, was a good result for them.
Yeah.
But
shit. But
but I just think, obviously, in the Premier League, for Liverpool to drop any more points kind of puts them out of it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But what are they now? They're 7 points behind now, I think, or 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So if Arsenal beat Sunderland, that's 10. By the time they're playing City, they could be 10 points behind. So
it's a big
from
game.
an Arsenal point of view, that's a perfect game for us, Liverpool City, because both teams know they need to win.
Yeah.
So if they draw, I'm delighted.
I sit here now and I say to you, at this early stage in the season, it's a must-win for City. Sorry, it's a must-win for Liverpool. Correct me.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, mate, they'll be further adrift. You know,
I think it's a must-win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But a must-not lose for City.
Yeah, which is obviously
like,
going to go one of two ways: a 0-0 or a 3-3.
And obviously, we know there's a long way to go. Obviously,
but I don't believe the media. It's done. Arsenal, shut up.
No, they're just saying that because that's what they want to do. But
exactly.
I just think the more points that get dropped,
the better.
Is detrimental for Liverpool and City, and better for obviously Arsenal. But it'd be interesting. Looking forward to it. Actually, I'll be able to watch that game. So
that'd be good. So that's your run of fixtures. So let's go through our teams. I'll do mine first, mate. I've made my transfer already. I've brought in. Who did I take out? Actually, I can't remember who I took out, but I brought in. Oh no, I've took out
Van der Ven and Kudos, wasn't it?
Kudos. I also took out Isaac. Now I had enough. So I'll go with my goalkeeper is obviously Donnarumma. I know that's risky with playing Liverpool, but I still think they'll get the job done. Munoz, I've got Timber, Mark Gahey, and Senesi in defence. Got Semenyo, Eze, and Casado in midfield. And up front is Haaland, Mateta, and Gyökeres is still there at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to transfer him to the bench, and I'm going to bring Xhaka into the midfield.
Who's your bench?
So my bench is Dubravka, Estevez, Carlos Baleba, and Granit Xhaka. I ain't got a striker on the bench, but so I'm going to go with 4 midfield for this week. For me.
Makes sense.
Should we have a look at yours?
Yeah.
Right, so George boy, you have Henderson in goal, back 3 of Munoz, Senesi, and Gabriel. Then you've got midfield 4 of Semenyo, that fraud in Bemo, Casido. Who's that? Oh, I knocked it off. Sorry, mate. Give me a second. They've got Saka, and then obviously Gyökeres, Haaland, and Danny Welbs. And your benches: Dubravka, Xhaka, Al Dente, and Anderson. So I know you haven't made anything yet, mate. What are you looking to do?
So obviously, Gyökeres is going to come out.
Yeah.
So at first, I was thinking, do I just save some money and get Mateta in?
Mm-hmm.
Because there ain't nobody better. But I don't know where to carry it over. So then I have 2 transfers after the international break, and then just bring in Joachim Anderson against Everton
Yeah.
with Defcon.
Mm.
Because out of my bench, it's either Anderson or Xhaka, but I don't really, I don't know. I know I'll bring Xhaka in, he won't probably do much, or I'll leave him on the bench and he'll like get like 12 points or something. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I'll see how it goes, but if I'm going to do any transfers, it'll be Mateta in for Gyökeres.
Yeah. Good shout.
And I'm captain in Haaland.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing as well. Yeah, mate, that's pretty much it, I think, for this week. Obviously, me and George pick a player as well. Last week, well, the first time we did it, both our players drawed, so it is currently still 0-0 in the predictions. So who are you going for this week, mate, to get you the most points?
I'm going to try something different. I'm going to pick a player that's not in my team.
Okay.
I'm going to go Mikel Merino.
Oh, very nice. Mikel Merino. I'm going to go for Mateta this week.
Yeah.
So Mikel Merino versus Jean-Philippe Mateta. See who gets that first point for me and George, or it'll end up being a draw again, probably. But yeah, mate, did you want to touch on a bit about, obviously, we want to look to do some of these shows live with guests and that?
Yeah, so obviously, like Jonesy said, we're going to try and do some of these shows live. So anyone who's interested in coming on, that'd be great. Just let one of us know.
Yeah.
We've got some more exciting stuff coming up with content and like specifically to do with FPL. So watch that space on X.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just obviously we are still doing the giveaway coins. Like with obviously El Smuggo's Discord hub, and we've got the classic clocks and roof art stuff all associated to the FPL league. So obviously go and have a look at those guys. We'll be doing the October kind of giveaway for the coin, but that'll be sorted hopefully this week. But yeah, just obviously just come and join us, and your support and interactions are really important, and we really appreciate them.
Yeah, no, 100%. It'd be great to get people on when we can sit here and, you let me know your teams. I can grab the pictures and we can talk through, some of the choices you've made and some of the disasters you've made weeks in and week out. Because I know me and George sit here and we think to ourselves, why the fuck did we bring that player in?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a constant occurrence.
Yeah.
But no, we just want to say thank you guys for your support. Obviously, this is a pre-recording, so it will go out Friday evening. So you'll be watching this Friday evening, ready for you to
just remember the deadline's at 11 a.m. on Saturday.
Deadline's 11 o'clock on Saturday. We're no experts. We play FPL just as you. We're as bad as just you. So we try and help you out and let you know we're all in the same boat. But no, George, obviously, you got any shows coming this week?
No, not this week. Next week, I should be back doing some more.
Wicked. And you can catch me tomorrow. No, it won't be tomorrow night. You'll probably see me before this on the Cannon and Jonesy show, which will be Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Make sure you guys are subbed to the Highbury Fans Forever YouTube channel. Also, George's channel as well, the Arsenal Women Chat Show. Only takes a second to sub, guys, and it means a hell of a lot for support and what we're trying to do here. But yeah, no, thank you, George, for the chat this afternoon. It's always great catching up with you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, you too. Always enjoy doing this.
Excellent. And as George said, stay tuned to the socials, especially X. There might be a little something special coming up and coming out this weekend. So keep your eyes on that. It will be reposted by all of us anyways. So yeah, all that's left for me to say is good luck with your teams. But more importantly, come on, you Gunners. See you later, guys.
See ya.